All right, real quick. So I kind of sent the results to the guy, and he was basically like, I really just want to know who I'm going to end up with. Like, we're really like that. That's how seriously we're taking this. Like, who am I going to end up with? I don't think the cards can answer those kinds of questions. The video is a little different because the other video is uploading, and I'm doing this on my iPad. Like, it's just kind of sitting here, and I don't know. It's a little weird, but whatever. So I did another reading really quick, and just to kind of, I don't know, like if one of the outcome cards was the Queen of Wands, and one of them was the Queen of Pentacles, you know, I'd be like, but the Leo, or but the Capricorn, but it's not that's not it's not, we're never going to be that simple, is it? So what the reading has is the cards that there's a lot of sevens and there's a lot of fours. So fours, there's 3 fours. So one thing that I look at is whenever I have 3 of something in a reading, I do look at the card that's missing. And in this case, the card that's missing is the 4 of Wands, which is, the 4 of Wands is kind of like, it's the marriage card a lot of times. It can represent a wedding, a happy home. It's just a really nice card. It is the most positive of the 4s. All 4s represent a position of stability. They can also be stagnation. That guy that we talked about the other day who was gripping his pentacles like mad, that's in the past position here. So the cards representing the dude are the 10 of Wands, which is like, I always think about that. There's like a game, it might have been Diablo. This guy I used to date played it constantly, and one of the characters says, I can't carry anymore. That's the 10 of Wands. It's like you literally, it's fulfillment. It's not like a bad card, but you literally can't carry anything else. You're kind of done there. And we said that the Wands represented passion, so it might be saying like the passion's over. I like planted these seeds and waiting to see where they go right now. I don't know what I want to do. What's behind me is this material stagnation. And what is coming up is another card that we talked about recently, which is kind of why I wanted to do this. It's the 7 of Cups. That's the card I mentioned where I was like, it's like delusion. And we got this card the other day in another reading. There's all the cups. He doesn't know what he wants. Obviously, he doesn't know what he wants. The outcome card, though, I mean, we move up through the devil, which I would just say would be lust or sex or something. And what we end up with is the 4 of Wands. I mean, this card is not going to make the decision for you. It's not going to make your mind up for you. And the 7 of Wands sure as shit isn't going to, or 7 of Cups rather, sure as shit isn't going to make your mind up for you. The 4 of Cups, like, I hate this card. It reminds me of all the cards where the Emperor looks bored. It's like this guy has these 3 cups here and he's bored, right? He's bored with these cups. And here's this other cup and he's just so bored, pouting about, you know, he's just pouting that like he doesn't even notice this cup here. Like, here's a whole new cup. Look, here's a new cup. Do you want this cup? Anything. I'm gonna take my phone back and go home. So I mean, this is emotional stagnation. This is wallowing in self-pity. This is not making a decision. This card shows the need to fantasy, maybe like the need or the urge to make a decision, but it's not actually making a decision. And none of these cards look like actually making a decision. So I just kind of see some stagnation happening, and nothing indicates him being with either woman. It doesn't mean he's not going to be with either of them, but none of the cards are not going to tell you what to do in this scenario. So I don't mean to be like punching the gut on it, but the 4 of Cups is not. That's not what it is. I mean, now this reading is advice. I would say that, you know, the grass is always greener, and that's what the 7 of Cups and the 4 of Cups both relate to me to a grass is always greener vibe. So if we were going to look at this as advice, we would say, you know, just really take your time with it. Make sure you know what you're doing, because it's, you know, separate fantasy from reality and boredom from, you know, solidity, you know, from like what's real. Boredom from life. I mean, life has large swaths of boredom built into it. So that's all I see here, really. I don't see a lot. I mean, the 2 of Wands is actually the crowning card here, and what is interesting is that the crowning cards came up to represent the various relationships at various points, and that's kind of the energy around it. But the cards don't want to say what you need to do. They indicate, none of these readings indicated movement of any kind. So I don't think you're doing anything. I think you're staying right where you are for at least the foreseeable future. All right, that's really it this time. Night night.